today on Divorce Court.
I know Kevin's seeing somebody because he's not coming home at night.
That's stupid. She controlling. She want to do everything. She want everything to be up under her. She don't want me to have to do nothing with nobody else.
Somebody's in the picture. Word around town, he's seeing somebody.
It's pathetic and it's pitiful and I'm tired of it.
If Kevin don't leave the other woman alone, then I am not moving with him. He cannot see the kids no more, and I'm going about my business. I might even move out the state. I want the judge to tell Kevin to move me back in our house together with our children, start taking care of his kids.
I want Judge then to tell Kevisha she need to straighten up or she need to move on to somebody else.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Kevisha Drew and Kevin Drew. The two of you have been married for 15 years. You have 5 children together, but you do not want to be married anymore. Mrs. Drew, you are looking for $6,500 for a car, a U-Haul, and $1,800 for a townhome deposit. I'm going to talk to you about that momentarily. But before we do, Mrs. Drew, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me what one of the primary issues is in your marriage and why you're trying to end it after 15 years?
Well, first of all, Your Honor, I don't know how and why so long, because this guy, he only wants to have sex on Sundays. He has the Sunday rule. The reason why is because on Monday, he's talking about, oh, we just did it yesterday. On Tuesday, I got to walk 3.7 miles just to exercise and get myself together because he wants to keep his stamina up, okay? So then on Wednesday, he talking about, oh, it's workout day. I can't have sex today. Thursday, the kids are up too late. Friday, it's family night, we can't do it. And Saturday, oh, we'll do it tomorrow. Then on Sunday, he talking about, you know what time it is. It's only on Sunday, Your Honor. And I just can't understand that and how
Hang on for a second, Mr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
Sex only on Sunday? Is this true?
I like to keep stuff on the schedule, you know, and that's how I like to do it. I was in the military, so you like to keep stuff going on the same day, but it's more to the story than just that.
Well, what is it?
Well, we've been married for 15 years. We've been together longer than that.
Right.
We've had sex probably over 1 million times. So at a certain extent, it gets boring doing the same thing. When I try to catch her in the kitchen, she'll be cooking. I love to see when she cook.
Right.
I try to creep up behind her, try to get one in real quick while the kid's out there somewhere. She wants to stop what I'm doing right in the middle of it and say, no, let's go upstairs to the bedroom. I don't want to go in the bedroom. I want to do it right here. This is where the excitement's going to come from. I try to catch her in the closet when she about to go to the bathroom, get in the shower. I like to catch her right before she get in that shower, you know what I'm saying?
All right,
where
right.
everything's still natural. And then, now I got to go get in the shower first. I've been married with you for 15 years. I don't have to worry about no shower. I already know what you smell like. I'm good with that. I'm straight with that. We all right. You ain't gotta hide nothing from me no more.
Now, Mrs. Drew, is it true that he tries to catch you a little, trying to make it romantic, a little mysterious, a little here and there?
All he doing is trying to get some Philly. He's not trying to have sex for real. Because when I tell him let's go upstairs, and then it's like, oh no, the kids are going around, they're gonna walk in the door and they're gonna catch us.
That's why I want to do it downstairs, because they upstairs.
How you gonna do it downstairs if they running around the house?
Because
that makes no sense, Your Honor.
Well, do you actually tell her, because I walked 3.7 miles, I can't have sex with you today? Is your stamina that bad?
No, this the thing. This the thing, Your Honor. When I go out, I gotta work. I do mechanic work, I go to school in the evening time, and I help my mother at her job. So when I finally get home, I still gotta go work out. So when I come home, I'm actually tired. That's only Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm usually tired, I'm dead tired, my feet hurt. Then I come in the house, my kids running around.
Right.
My youngest son is butt naked, running around manhood, flapping everywhere. So I gotta go make sure he's straight. Then it's no food being cooked. House is dirty, I gotta do all that. I gotta clean up, I gotta get over there, I gotta chef up on the stove. Then I gotta go make sure the clothes is washed, because she'll put the clothes in the washer and leave them there for a month. So then I gotta do that, and then when I finally get upstairs after I done worked, done took care of the kids, cooked and cleaned, and I finally decide that I wanna go work out and come home, it's 11 o'clock at night. Then she say, oh, you wanna get it in? No, I'm tired.
But that's every day, though.
I got you, Mr. Drew. I got you, Mr. Drew. Mrs. Drew, you say you have to be completely silent during sex. Explain that to me.
Yes. If I make some noise, he said, oh, you just turned me off. You just turned me off if I make a noise or if I make a certain face. I don't know what kind of face I'm making. I'm enjoying myself, right? So I'll make a certain face, and he'll be like, why you gotta make that ugly face? please.
That's a
And then he
fact.
just
Okay, now, Mr. Drew,
That's a fact.
Mr. Drew, as gently as you can, tell me what is distressing to you about her facial expressions or her voice when you're having sex.
First off, when we get into it and she really get, when she's satisfied, her voice get deep, like mine. And I don't want that, because I don't want a man, I want a woman. So anytime that I'm really doing what I gotta do, and she goes, oh yeah, that's great. No, of course. That's what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to still be going strong when I hear another dude in the room? Come on now.
Now, Mr. Drew, you gotta be a little flexible.
I mean,
you know, in a moment of passion, you have to allow for however it expresses itself. Some men never hear that at all. You know what I'm saying? You're doing a good job. She just trying to let you know.
But I'm saying I can't help myself. I don't want no other man in the room. So when I hear that, that's my reaction. Ain't nothing I can do about that.
He has a nasty attitude. He has a nasty attitude problem.
What do you mean he has a nasty attitude?
He gets mad at the kids and stay beefing with them. He called them people on the street. And he stay beefing with them for 3 or 4 days at a time and won't talk to them. Then if he gets an attitude for something I said or something I did, he'll run across the house and just knock all the pictures off the wall.
Better that than you.
And then one day, my daughter calls me and say, Daddy is yelling through the house, banging on the walls, talking about you stole his clothes, and he want his clothes back. Where did you put his clothes at? I said, okay, I'm on my way home. I gets home, he huffing and puffing like the big bad wolf and walk out the house. I said, okay, God got you. He goes outside and gets into a terrible accident where a 4x4 came through the windshield, almost took his head off. Because that's that attitude that he plays on. I keep telling him.
That ain't got nothing to do with attitude.
Yes, it has a lot to do with your attitude.
Car accident is linked to attitude?
No, Mr. Drew, I think what she's saying is that you go off half-cocked, you're angry, you go out there, and anything can happen to you.
Exactly.
Do you throw the stuff off the wall, and do you beef with your kids for 5 days?
She over-exaggerates everything.
No, it's not an over-exaggeration.
Beefing means I'm not going to sit right here. If you decide that you want to disrespect me, I'm going to give you time to cool off.
Right.
She called that beefing because I'm not going to sit right here and I'm not going to talk to you. So if you got an attitude and I'm telling you this is what need to be done and you not doing, I'm gonna say, well, look, don't talk to me then until you get yourself correct.
Oh, so you give them the silent treatment until they come around.
But they be coming around.
They don't be coming around because they come around, I'm already there.
It'll be like with my daughter, she'll walk in, she have a pretty little dress on, she might be going to a recital or going somewhere to a gala or something. He won't even say, you look beautiful today. And I said, Kevin, you gonna speak to your daughter today? And he'll walk away. Like, I'm beefing with her. It's still beef mode.
Oh, okay. I think I got this part all wrapped up. Now what I want to talk about are the outside influences that you say are hurting the marriage.
We're not together anymore, so I moved out the house. So I'm now single. But all the women went straight to his inbox, and he's talking to all of them. There's several of them. So now I talk to my friend about it.
That's fine. You can talk to her because she in my inbox too.
Hang on, Miss Wade.
What do you mean by that?
Mrs. Drew, why don't you tell me who Ms. Sapphire Faison is as you step forward?
When
who
I
is she
need
to
somebody
you?
to confide in, this is my best friend, I confide in her. Faison, tell her what's going on, and you ain't Willy Wonka, so don't sugarcoat.
Mrs. Drew, you may run your house, but this is my house, and I run it, so you just relax. Okay. Now, Sapphire, why don't you tell me what you think is the primary problem in the Drews' relationship?
Disrespect.
Objection.
Mr. Drew, don't interrupt. I will get to you. Why don't you explain that to me?
So she calls me one night, late, hysterical. I'm not understanding anything coming out of her mouth. So she lives really close to me, so I pull up at her house, and he's chucking her clothes out the door. He's locking her out of rooms. Like the garage in their house has a deadbolt. She don't even know what's in that room.
It's a garage.
He's always with his mom. He's always with his mom.
That's because he wants his mother's milk and cookies. That's why he's always with his mother.
Okay. Mr. Drew, do you feel that Ms. Faison is in your business too much? And is she the outside influence you are worried about?
Way too much. I'm not worried about no outside influence. She needs to be worried about the outside influence because that's all she do. She preached that all her little friends, she give all of them victim stories. She posts stuff on Facebook. She puts stuff on Instagram. All these little memes about, oh, if he ain't doing this right, somebody else will, and all this other stuff. And she got all these friends jumping on it, don't even know the story.
Somebody to vent to.
Yeah, she needs somebody to vent to, tell the truth though. And then you come over here.
That is her truth.
coming to my house.
Hey, don't argue between each other. Now, Mrs. Drew, are you one of these people that every time you get into an argument with your man, you got to post it to the world so everybody knows your business?
I did it one time. I made a
100.
huge mistake. I posted on Facebook that I'm now single because I moved out the house. We're not together anymore, so I moved out the house. So I put I'm now single. I was hurting actually, and I wanted somebody to talk to. But all the women went straight to his inbox, and he's talking to all of them.
That's what you
There's
get.
several of them. A long list of them. Cousins, friends, cousins, mothers. Everybody is in his inbox now. So now I talk to my friend about it.
That's fine. You can talk to her because she in my
let me
inbox
ask
too.
you, hang on, Miss Faith.
What do you mean by that?
Hey,
Just what I said.
Mr. Drew.
I mean, because you could go over
Mr.
there
Drew,
with him.
stop. Mrs. Drew, stop. Ms. Faison, I'm going to ask you, what is your advice to Mrs. Drew? Do you think that she can fix this relationship, or are you advocating this divorce? Is that what you got going on in her ear?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you married?
No.
You got a man?
Yes.
Do you tell other people what to do with their men?
No.
Well, you telling her what to do with hers?
I mean, she vents to me. So
Uh-huh.
my response is, you need to be in a situation where you're happy.
That whole time, then she get in my inbox, me and her talking, and then she tell me this conversation didn't happen. Yeah.
Ms.
So
Faison, is that accurate? I see you biting your lip. That's a tell. Never go to Vegas. You did it. I see you right there. You did it. You got to be careful about friendships.
Yeah, I know.
They never should become primary over your relationship. You handle your relationship with your man in that house, in the room, not on post, not changing your marital status on some kind of social media. Don't make no sense. It's like trying to be married in the hall of a junior high. It won't work out.
See what happened, didn't you?
So I understand that Ms. Faison is not the only third-party influence that concerns us. We've already discussed her, so I think we ought to bring her out here. We're going to need to talk to your mother, Mr. Drew.
That's right.
And that's exactly what we're going to
In
do.
trouble now. I go over to help my mother. It's maybe about 11:30. I'm moving her boxes and, you know what I'm saying? I get a text on my phone. Are you over there having sex with your mother?
Who does that, Your Honor? Who does that?
That don't even make sense.
She has a husband, Your Honor.
is
Why
what-
her husband
don't even
can't
make
do
sense.
stuff?
Hold up. You didn't say that.
Yes, she did.
Thank you very much, Ms. Faison. You may have a seat. I appreciate your input. Ms. Drew, I also understand that you believe there is a third-party problem, and that's with Mr. Drew's mother. So I'm going to have Anna Marie Bell join us. Mr. Drew, what is your opinion with respect to the dissension between these two?
First of all, when we moved down here, a couple of months later, my mother moved down here. Now, it was her idea. I go over to help my mother. It's maybe about 11:30. I'm moving her boxes and, you know what I'm saying? I get a text on my phone. Are you over there having sex with your mother?
Who does that, Your Honor? Who does that?
That don't even make sense.
She has a husband, Your
this
Honor.
is
Why
what-
her
That don't
husband
even
can't
make
do her
sense.
stuff?
Hold up. You didn't say that.
Yes, she did.
Stop.
It was the circumstances around.
Oh, my
There's
God.
never no circumstances for that.
It's always
Mrs. Drew, hey,
circumstances
stop it.
with you.
Mrs. Drew. No.
It
I'm
just
about to
sounds
say
good.
something. What happens is you get upset and then you jump in the gutter. And the gutter is never a place from which a problem can get solved. He's having sex with her. You don't even go there. Whether you like it, you don't like it, whether she's into it or not.
Thank you.
That's just the
Thank you.
gutter.
Outside.
We do not resolve problems swimming in the gutter. Whoa. Now, Anna Maria, let me ask you this, and just be honest, because I see a lot of this out there where mothers and sons are tighter than the sons with the wives, and there seems to be a lack of separation there. Do you believe that she has, as the Bible requires, left the home of the parents and cleaved with his wife?
Your Honor, I let my son be a man. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. He has a family and a wife to take care of, and I don't interfere with that. But when he calls me up and he says he needs me, I'm not gonna close the door on him like she wants me to. She told me before, any mother, real mother, any real mother, if the wife and the husband are having a fight, wouldn't let the husband in because he needs to be outside and suffer. Who says that to? I'm not gonna let my
send
son
him home
die.
to his wife.
No. He left you
Yeah,
to
and
get
you should've
away
told
from
him to
you.
go be a man.
Hey,
He left her.
are not going to do that.
He left her to get away from her. So I'm not gonna let my son be out in the street. Something happened to him. Oh no, then I'm gonna look at her.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it.
Bottom line.
At the end of the day, however, Mrs. Drew, I believe your overriding concern with Mrs. Bell is that you believe she's trying to set him up with different women.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have to deal with that particular allegation. Now, Mrs. Drew, I'm going to ask you to tell me briefly and succinctly and without any flowery language, why do you believe Mrs. Bell is setting your husband up with other women?
Because if it's not her, it's somebody else. Matter of fact, it was on many occasions where I called her.
Mr. Drew.
Where I called her and asked her, where's my husband at? I'm looking for my husband over several different days. You know, I'm looking for my husband. And she'll keep telling me, oh, he's gone to the store. He'll call you back later. I have him call you when he get in. Come to find out he was living with another woman.
Lies, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Lies.
Then another woman at the job, she has a friend at the job, and her daughter, she introduced my husband to her daughter, and they've been kicking it. So it's like on several occasions, it's different women.
I got you. Mrs. Bell, do you want to respond to those allegations?
Oh my God, this girl, she lies through the skin of her teeth. You know what? At the end of the day, she's a hater. At the end of the day, I can introduce my son to anyone that I choose to. This girl has to get over herself, okay? She's weak-minded. That's why I call her a nitwit get-wit, okay? Because she's simple-minded and she'll get with anybody to get what she wants.
I got you, Ms. Bell. Let me allow Mr. Drew to speak for a momentarily here. Mr. Drew,
help me, Lord.
Are you cheating on her or are you not?
No, I'm not cheating on her. I can talk to people just like she talked to people. Half our relationship, she been talking to dudes. Like I said, when I cut my hair, the next month, she was messing with every dude with dreads in the vicinity of our city.
Seriously?
For like 6 months.
But you haven't cheated.
No, I ain't got no reason to. If I was gonna do that, I did that a long time ago.
So that's not your thing?
No, that's not my thing. I like to keep it real. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna tell you I did it. And I'm gonna invite you to join, and if you wanna get in it, then we can all have fun. But I'm not gonna sit around and sleep. I'm too old for that. I ain't got time to be sneaking around no more. I got kids and stuff I gotta worry about.
As he said that, I was talking to other men when we weren't together.
But we was married, though.
Hang on. I have yet another witness that I believe will shed some light on this matter. So could that witness come forward, please? Would you please stand over there in the witness box? Good day. Thank you for joining us. Could you please state your name?
Jasmine Jeffrey.
And Mr. Drew, who is Miss Jeffrey to you?
She a friend. She cool people. That's my mother's boss's daughter.
Mrs. Bell, is that accurate?
Yes, she is.
Are you just a friend?
I am. That's why I don't understand what's going on. She calls me, accusing me of sleeping with him and doing XYZ with him. We're legit friends. I've known his mom for a while.
Right.
When I moved down there, his mom introduced me to him. He wasn't dealing with her.
Right, yeah. This looks like a whole new story that we're getting into. And we're gonna need some more time for this. I'm gonna adjourn this matter for a moment, collect my thoughts, collect all my witnesses. This court's adjourned.
Every time she catch an attitude with me, the first thing she do is she slap on her bulletproof vest, which is all 5 of my kids, and she say, well, if you can't get along with me, or if you don't do what I say, you will never see your kids again.
Exactly.
You will never see your kids again.
Yeah. He went in the store and left his phone in the car. And this girl called and her picture pops up. But also in the phone is pictures of a little boy. So I want to know who is the little boy. Because it ain't my kids. My kids all look the same. This baby looks nothing like them.
Mr. Drew, do you know what little boy she's referring to?